Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, December 9th, and we are here answering your financial questions. Actually, sometimes you're asking us to answer your life questions. And all we do, Mark and I, who we're both certified financial planners, is we listen to what you say you want to do, and then we try to help guide you to the potential outcomes that could solve the things that you want to do. Okay. Now, it's not always possible. Sometimes you're asking for something we can't do. That's when Mark says to me, you're a dream crusher. But sometimes it works, and I'm a dream maker. Whatever the situation that you find yourself in, if you are trying to make a decision and it feels a bit like a struggle or you're anxious, give us a holler. Just go to JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Let us know if you'd like to come on the air by checking the box. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Mark does a great job with that. It comes out every single Friday. He is the best. Oh, and by the way, December 9th, it is the anniversary of A Charlie Brown Christmas. And I encourage everybody to watch that because it's on Apple, and you can watch it anytime. It is still just sticks. It's so great. Mark, remember when we used to play holiday music during this time and you would always play that for me? I loved it so much. What happened? Why did we get in trouble for that? They said, because I think for the radio show we could, because radio shows had the licenses for the music. Is that right?
Yeah, something changed with the license, and I think we were prevented from doing it. That's why we went down the Joel Goodman road.
Yes, now we have our own music. It's fabulous. However, I do love that soundtrack, and I do love that show. When Linus gives the true definition and meaning of Christmas, I cry every single time. I love it. So go watch it. You'll remind yourself why this time of year can bring tears to your eyes. And hopefully we don't bring tears to your eyes. We just kind of just chat with you and make things go okay. Right now, let us talk to Mark, who is on the line from the Midwest. Mark, what is your favorite holiday movie, TV show? What's going on for you?
Boy, I don't know, favorite holiday show.
Yeah.
I'm probably one of the Grinches.
Yeah, there's only one Grinch, my friend, and that heart grew 3 times. Let's make sure that I'm not a Grinch this holiday season. What can I do for you, Mark?
Well, we've got, my wife and I have a couple of questions. We kind of had a plan for retirement, and my wife's having second thoughts or maybe wants to change one part of it that's going to kind of have a pretty significant impact on financial planning. So just wanted to get an independent and objective perspective on things.
That is me. I'm both independent and objective, although I'm always in the tank for the wife. Mark, how old are you?
I'm 67.
Okay. How old is your wife?
62.
All right. Already, I think she's wiser than you are. What's going on? What are you? So you're both working full time?
Yep, we're both working full time.
How much do you guys earn together?
Together, we're at about $290.
Have you had access to retirement plans for most of your careers?
Not for most of them. Probably in the last 15 or 20 years that we've been able to, really start saving and doing some planning.
Okay, so tell us about the money you've squirreled away so far.
So in IRAs, we've got about $200,000.
Pre-tax IRAs?
Yeah, pre-tax.
Okay, got it.
Traditional 401ks, we've got about 170.
Okay.
Roth, different flavors, whether it's a Roth rollover or a Roth 401k or whatever, we're at a little over 260. A 403b, which is my wife's, she's a little over 110.
Okay, great.
We've got HSAs that have a little over 100.
Great, good. And that 403b is a traditional, right?
Yes.
For your wife? Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't have the option there.
Okay, so HSAs, what else we got?
We've got brokerage with about 50, and then cash or CDs or whatever, we've got about 130.
Okay. Got a nice good chunk of cash. Great.
Yep.
Do you guys own a home?
Yeah, we own 2, and that's where my wife is thinking about changing the plan.
Oh, I like this already. Okay, your primary. What is the primary? What's it worth?
It's worth about 3.25.
Is there a mortgage that remains on it?
Yep, there is. It's a little over 70.
And what's the interest rate on that, Mark?
2 5/8.
Oh my God, Mark's old like I am. We like fractions. Okay, thank you. Second home. Is this a vacation home or a rental property?
The second home is our retirement home.
Okay. How much is it worth?
It's worth about $550.
Ooh, okay. And mortgage?
Yeah, about a little under 3.
And what's the interest rate on that mortgage?
7.99.
Oh, hello. That's a recent one. Okay. Okay. So these are the two homes. What's the
Yep.
game plan here? Is the game plan to sell, like, in general, before we started with your wife's change of game plan,
Yep.
what was the existing game plan?
Well, the existing game plan was that when we retire, to sell the primary home, and then we could use the proceeds from that to pay off the mortgage on the second home.
Yep.
And so now she's having a little bit of second thoughts about that, thinking that maybe it'd be nice to keep both homes.
Sounds like there's some adult children in the picture.
Yeah, although they're pretty much launched.
Okay.
Youngest one is 26,
Okay.
or will be 26 next year, I guess.
And what's the other one? How old?
We've got two others. 35 and 32.
Okay. So they're mostly launched. That's good.
Yeah,
okay.
they're mostly launched, and there's only one where our old home is located.
Okay.
So,
All right. So, how are we going to do this? Let's think. First of all, you said 403B. Is your wife a teacher or a nurse? Is there a pension coming?
yep, she's got a pension coming. If she were to retire, I mean, the game plan was that I would work, that I'd retire late in 2027. And if she worked until 2028, her pension would be about $1,700.
Okay. Are you entitled to a pension?
No.
Okay. So, what about Social Security for you? So you would be,
Yeah, right.
70
Yeah.
years old. What would the
Yep.
Social Security be?
Right now it'd be a little over 4.
Okay. And what about her Social Security?
Again, if she waited until she was 70, it'd be 2,900.
Was that the game plan for you guys, though, generally, when you said 2028? Let's see, where are we? We're in 24, so 4 years. So she was really only going to wait till age 67, no? For her Social Security?
Yeah, we weren't too sure about that. That was kind of open.
Okay. Do you have the
we were-
67 number, just out of curiosity? It's probably
Yeah,
closer to
hers
like...
would be 20. Let's see, 21.
Okay, great. I just want to have both of those numbers at hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so the idea here is that worst case scenario, the old plan, you have her $1,700 a month pension, her $2,100 in Social Security, your $4,000 in Social Security.
Yep.
What is your spending need? Oh boy, this is going to be hard because what's your spending need right now with the
Yeah,
house?
so that's part of the equation. It's
Right.
not just it is that the spending need is significantly more if we maintain both. So right now, all in, including charitable contributions, maintaining both homes and traveling between them and everything, we're at about 14 a month.
14 grand a month?
Yeah.
Look at you guys living large. Jeez. Okay. And
Well, that 7.9%.
Yeah, it's a real number.
Yeah, it's a real number.
Okay, so if we get rid of the primary and you go full time to the second home, what are the expenses with only that house?
Yeah, they're going to be like 8 to 9.
Oh my God. Okay.
And so the two questions were, and I kind of think I know the answer to one. The other one's a little bit more iffy.
Yes.
But the question the first question that I think I know the answer to was whether we should be thinking about doing any Roth conversions, and I think the answer to that is no.
Well, what's the second question?
Second question is whether we should make a significant payment on that mortgage.
The only way you should do that is if you sell your house. Or you could stay in your primary home. You can't carry these two houses. You don't have enough money to do this.
Well, but if we paid down, I mean, I was looking at, amortization schedules, and if we paid a chunk now, let's say we paid $100 on that second house, the interest goes to a third over the life of the mortgage. What's left.
But it's just like your cash flow still sucks.
Yeah, except our cash flow is, I mean, we've gotten over the hump of, doing some purchasing for, associated with the purchase of that house now. So we're back to where we're building up cash now. And so that's kind of the question, is whether we should do that, given that we are building up cash now.
Why does your wife want to keep it? For what purpose?
Oh, Mark's going to get... You see, Mark doesn't usually come on this early in the conversation, but here he comes. Look out. Mark from the Midwest.
So you guys can still use it, or to rent it out? For what purpose?
Yeah, so that we can use it. It's close to one of the kids. And so, and that's where we have to talk about it a little bit more, because I don't know that it's really a question of, do we need to keep that house, or when we come back, do we just travel to where the kids are and spend time with them, renting or, doing something like that.
This is such a hard no for me. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a dream crusher, even though I love your wife. But this is a terrible idea. I mean, if you have the game plan and you're going to live in the house, that's fine. Sell your primary, get the money out, pay down the mortgage, boom, you're done. Okay? Yep. And then there's nothing to worry about.
Right.
Okay? Absolutely zero. If she wants to keep both of these homes, I would really ask you the why. Is the why, we need to have a home base near where one of our kids is. Go stay with the kid or go get a hotel room, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. But you cannot, like this, you don't have that much money.
Right.
And I mean, I'm not sure, I shouldn't say that. You don't have that much extra money saved, right?
Right.
So we know that you have, let's see, 170, we have 280 here. So we have 280, 380, 480. We have but we have $500,000 that hasn't been taxed yet. So it's not really it's not $750,000, right?
Right.
Is the second home in a state with no income tax?
No, it's got income tax, but it's lower than where we're at now.
Okay, so fine. So all right. So your 400, the 500 that hasn't been taxed yet is going to be taxed. So let's just lop off. That's 400 there at least.
Yep.
And then you've got the 260 of your Roths, okay? And then you got your brokerage account. So, now you have you have $700,000.
Yep.
And that's great, and it's wonderful. But, your her pension, 2 Social Security checks are not going to exactly get you to $8,000. We need you to have a little bit more. You need another couple $1,000s a month.
Yep.
And that's going to come from that $700,000, which is perfect. That works. But, tell her this. She wants to keep both those houses. She got to keep working. That's what she gets. She gets it. Those are her choices. And no to the Roth conversions. Definitely no.
Yep.
But if you had a windfall, if all of a sudden you were like, hey, you know what, Jill? I work for a company and it just got taken public and I got a big chunk of money, or my great aunt Sarah died and left me money. Yeah, sure. But it's you have a great asset base. You've done an excellent job. The pension is helpful. You're working deep into your careers. You have a game plan. The idea of the purchase of this second home, I mean, you really had 2 choices. One was to say, we're going to buy this second home. We're going to pass on the second home. We're going to keep our primary, which is so cheap. And then whenever we want to go to the place that we love, we're going to just pay and be in a hotel. That's one choice. You made a different choice. You said, no, we really want to make that second home our retirement home. Is it a home that you can really retire in? Is it all on one level? Are you in some 55 plus community or something like that?
We're not in a community, but it is all on one level, and it's got room for the kids to visit and stuff like that. So
fabulous. So I'm good with you socking away money. Are you both putting money into your retirement accounts right now, pre-tax?
We are. We had when we bought. So it was a couple of years ago that we bought the second home. When we did that, we cut down what we were contributing. We had been maxing out, but we cut down to what we needed to do to get matches.
Yep.
And with the after purchase and added purchases for things like some furnishings and some stuff like that. We haven't been doing that, so we are contributing, not maxing it out though.
But up to the match, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine. Just keep doing that. Whatever it is, the match. Every extra dollar you can be putting into the brokerage account, building that up. Or you can just actually, if you really wanted to, you could pay down your 7.99% mortgage if you'd like. That's fine too. That has to go away. It's going to be hard to carry these. Again, if you want to keep working and just pay that off, if you're like, okay, you know what we're going to do, Jill? We got $130,000 in cash. We don't need all 130. We're going to take 50 of that plus 50 of the brokerage. We're going to take that $100,000. We're going to pay down the mortgage, and we're going to keep working until we pay that mortgage down. So it's in our sight lines, right?
Yep.
But you got to keep working. You
Yep.
definitely and so if those are the choices as I see them. Mark, do you have a different idea around this?
No, I agree 100%. I mean, you guys have done a great job. You're on track for a solid retirement, but that involves one house. Unless, like Jill just said, unless you guys want to keep working, that's the only way I see it working.
You know, me, if I had to work another day with Mark just to support a mortgage, I'd kill myself. Really. I love him. I'm going to keep working forever. That's it. I think that's the story. Is your wife going to be mad at us?
I think, Mark knew.
He's
with us.
Yeah, I know. I told him I was going to be on his wife's side, and I lied, didn't I?
Well, and actually, that was what I was thinking of, was using the brokerage and 50 from our current cash to knock 100 off, because it has such a dramatic impact now.
Yeah, but if you're going to ultimately sell the primary home right now, then don't bother.
Then don't
it's
bother.
going to get paid off anyway.
Don't bother. Okay.
No. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, it's up to you.
Even at that 8%.
I mean, look, I could pay down that mortgage. I'm fine with that. An 8% after tax return, I'm fine with that for right now, for the next couple of years. But, if you want access to the money, then keep the money accessible, and then when you're ready to pay it down, you can do it in a lump sum. But if it makes you feel better to see a lower number, that's fine too.
Okay.
All right? It's okay. You're going to be okay. I don't want to come down too hard on you, except I just did. But Mark's wife hates us. She's never going to listen again, Mark Talercio. You hear that? You're not telling her what she wants to hear. It's very bad. You'll let us know how it goes. Meanwhile, in the little time we have left, do you guys have your estate documents done?
Yes.
All right, good. Go easy, man. This is going to be tough. You can just say nothing and be like, hey, let's put on Jill on Money. And after, you can watch Charlie Brown Christmas and see if she feels any better. Thank you for getting in touch with us. If you, like Mark and his wife, are changing your game plan, do not do anything until you get in touch with us. Go to our website, JillOnMoney.com. Click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and of course, let us know if you'd like to join us live on the air. We'd love to have you. And while you're on the website, don't forget, you got to subscribe to Jill on Money Live. It's $35 for the next 12 months. And then Mark is jamming you on the fee. It's going up next year. So anyone who joins Jill on Money Live right now gets grandfathered or grandmothered in at $35 for the next 12 months. There you will have access to our 4 quarterly live webinars, our back catalog, other bonus content. It's all really good. Good stuff. So check it out. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating or a review wherever you listen. Put your hands metaphorically on someone's back or give someone a good hug. Why don't you? It'll be great. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.